Okay, so today's question we have is what are some relaxation techniques to help with fertility? Hey there, welcome to Ask the Fertility Experts, a daily Q&A show where we'll be answering your fertility questions. I'm Sarah Clark, founder of Fab Fertile. We specialize in low AMH, high FSH, diminished ovarian reserve, and premature ovarian insufficiency or failure. I will be joined by Dr. Tabatha Barber. She is triple board certified in obstetrics, gynecology, menopause, and functional medicine. If you have a question, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, leave me a DM and drop your question there, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram. Take care. Okay, so today's question we have is what are some relaxation techniques to help with fertility? And this is something that we regularly work on in our Fab Fertile method. So it's, mind, body, spirit. We can get it, we deal with the gut infections, food sensitivities, the environmental toxins. But if we haven't really, addressed what's going on with stress and even getting the fertility diagnosis itself can then have us kind of rabbit holing and obviously, trigger a stress response. And then life itself, long hours, strain in relationship and more. So the relaxation techniques are really key. And, obviously there's meditation and mindful walking or even just mindfulness where you can just any activity that you do during the day, you can make it mindful, like a mindful shower. So you can actually be in the shower, a mindful walk instead of, planning your whole day, you're actually on the walk. So to stay present. If you're more advanced, then you can, deepen your meditation practice and, see if you can go longer, see if you can go without guidance, see if you can, go without fidgeting. So there's things to really, just wherever you are on, in that journey. But it, first of all, is to recognize that, that you are stressed and that you do need to, check out your triggers and sort of, I guess, like awareness would be, now I'm bubbling. Awareness would be the first step. And what's your take, Dr. Tabatha?
Yeah, I definitely agree that I think as soon as you are aware that this is happening, then you can start to get control of it. But for a lot of us, we are just so busy and inundated with everything going on in our life all day long that we can't even stop to process and realize that, we're stressed, our blood's boiling, our heart's racing, that we're in this fight or flight mode all day long. And we have two systems of our autonomic nervous system that just take over and function for us. And that is our sympathetic and our parasympathetic. The sympathetic is what we call fight or flight. That's what most of us are in during the day when we are living super busy, mindless lives. And I don't mean mindless in the sense that you aren't loving, you're not thoughtful, anything like that, but maybe not toward yourself as much. You're maybe not thinking about your own body's needs, slowing down to eat a meal, to chew your food, to be in a good space. Those are parasympathetic activities. And to get into that, you need to realize you're in sympathetic dominance and then make a shift. You need to actually do things differently. And like you said, I love journaling because that really starts to get your thought process going and get you more aware of what you are feeling during the day. And when you can do that, then you can catch yourself like, oh, I'm really stressed out about this meeting I just had. And you can do some deep breathing work. You can do 5 minutes of a guided meditation on your phone app. I love to put on my Christian music and listen to that and sing because it stimulates my vagus nerve, which stimulates your parasympathetics and pulls you out of that sympathetic, awful state. So singing, gargling, deep breathing where you're moving your diaphragm, they're all stimulating this vagus nerve that goes straight to your brain and calms you down. And so I love all of those. I'll tell you, as an obstetrician, when someone's in labor, we would put the monitors on mommy's tummy and we're looking at the baby's heart rate and for your contractions. Every woman who's had a baby remembers this. So when we look at your heart rate, we're trained to interpret those little squiggles on the paper. And a big important component is heart rate variability. So it was really important that your baby have a lot of little squiggles in addition to some nice big accelerations in their heart rate. That was reassuring to us that they were getting well oxygenated, good blood flow, especially during contractions. And so the same applies to adults. We need good heart rate variability. And what happens when we're in a sympathetic state all of the time is we lose the variability. We lose all the little squiggles in our heart rate. We kind of like flatline in a sense, not in the sense that you're dead with no heart rate, but no variability. So you lose your little squiggles, and that really sets up systemic inflammation and chronic disease. And so think about, how can I get my little squiggles back? What can I do to improve my heart rate variability on a regular basis? You are just like that baby in the womb, and you need to be well oxygenated with deep breaths and physical activity. You know, I say you're one exercise away from a good mood. Like if you want to feel better mentally, go out and move your body physically. So, you know, there's ways to check your heart rate variability. You can buy an Aura ring, you can do heart math, different things like that. But I would really encourage you to start thinking about this and do a little bit of research, because it could make a huge shift in everything that you're trying to fix and get on a different path.
Absolutely. So I use heart math, and really it's just a little Bluetooth attachment. So when I'm meditating, I can see sometimes you're meditating and I got a whole busy to-do list going on. And then I can see it on my little tracker that no, we were not in coherence. We were just all over the place and we were really low. And then when I'm like, do the breathing, and really I could still have the thinking going on, but when I do belly breathing, like belly, like out with the belly. So it's because a lot of times as women we're contracting the belly. So out with the belly. And then I see that I'm in this like 85% coherence. I'm like, how the heck did that happen? All I was doing was focusing on the breath. So every time the mind goes somewhere, and it's not about not thinking, bring it back to the breath. And then you can start to kind of get into that coherence. So definitely look up heart math, MATH, and the Aura ring, which is I've wanted to get that for a while. And so I've looked at it and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't know if it's too bulky or something, but yeah, there's obviously there's different wearables, there's the ring, and then there's the attachment. So those kind of things if you're like, I don't really know if I'm getting into that parasympathetic state, you can use those different tools to help. So thanks again. Thanks so much for being here. If you've got a question that you want answered, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, send me a DM, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. and send me a DM. And please refer to our disclaimer below. Take care.